Oops. So today is Sunday, and here we are. Oops, I said it. And what I have today is a beautiful bong, and if I may, sexy, beautiful bong, and an artist. And उनके लिए जो गाना मेरे दिमाग में आता है कि आप लोगों को पता है कि हर आर्टिस्ट को मैं एक गाना डेडिकेट करती हूँ उनके लिए मेरे जो मन में गाना आता है वो है लाल छड़ी मैदान खड़ी क्या खूब लड़ी क्या खूब लड़ी हम दिल से गए हाय हम जा से गए हाय बस आंख लड़ी और बात पड़ी इनफैक्ट आई टोल्ड हर when I spoke to her 2 days back, I would like to whistle for you. But unfortunately, I don't know how to whistle. So anybody who's putting on whistles can help me out. So let me welcome one and only, her own kind and beautiful Sanjukta Sinha. Hi, Sanjukta.
Hi, Alaknanda. I was already smiling and laughing before it started. Actually, it's so nice. I mean, the energy was had already changed.
Yeah, having a guest like you who can inspire not only men but women also, so the energy has to be high and positive, and it has to be rushing, gushing. So it's so fun to have you on the show, and thank you so much
Thank
for
you. My pleasure.
coming on
Thank
the
you.
show. So
Thank you.
Sanjukta and I haven't met earlier, but I've seen her
Yeah.
work, and that's really dynamic, and I feel a lot of dignity and grace. And but we are talking face to face for the first time on the show, and we shall meet later soon. And she's already taken the promise. But Sanjukta, I would like to know from you, from where did you start, and what inspired you to dance, and then how just Kathak.
Right. Okay. So I think it's a very obvious thing that I don't need to say that being a Bengali, born in a Bengali family, you need to pick up a subject that is related to art, literature, culture. So naturally, my mom had a little bit of training of Bharatanatyam, but since she couldn't pursue, in those days it was not that easy. So she couldn't pursue, and then she, of course, had a dream that if she has a baby girl, a daughter, then if I'm interested, then of course she'll put me into some form, wherever, whatever I want to do. So, and then being a Bengali, I was born and raised in Lucknow. And Lucknow being one of the gharanas, it was obvious then to start with Kathak. And आई मीन 7 साल के जब आप होते हो 6-7 साल के आपको आइडिया ही नहीं होता है कि आपको जिंदगी के साथ क्या करना है बट ये जरूर था कि एक बार माँ ने मुझे पूछा कि ऐसे ऐसे करना है और वो जो मैंने हाँ बोली उसके बाद मैंने कभी पीछे मुड़ के देखा ही नहीं आई नेवर really gave it a second thought that whether I like dance or not because it just became a part of me and I think, people say that once you grow up, then you see the personality traits. But I disbelieve because I already think now, when I look back, that I had those traits, what I have now. I was ambitious, I was strong headed, I had a lot of clarity, what I want to do, even when I was 7 year old. So it was clear that, okay, this is what I want to do. And I was very good in sports as well. So till the time I was in school and everything. So I was quite into sports as well, which helped me, become more athletic. And I think one can see it in dance as well. It's very, very close to my heart. I mean, I like strong physicality in terms of dance. So
Dance.
that's about it.
Yeah, but like when you talk about you being, because Bengali girls are raised very differently.
Correct.
Education is a very important part of our life.
Yeah.
And I think somewhere the Bengali girls are liberated quite, or the Bengalis are liberated quite
Hmm.
earlier because
Hmm.
the sense of abilities that we have.
Hmm.
So definitely, I can understand what you're saying. And I relate to you because the same thing I felt for myself that at the age of 6, 7, I decided this is what I want to do.
Yeah.
and I forced it on my parents. But
Right.
who was your guru? How did you start? Where did you land up? Because gurus are destined.
Right.
So how did
Definitely.
you?
So initially, तब तो कुछ पता नहीं होता है। पहले तो शुरुआत हुई, 1 महीने का वर्कशॉप था एक अल्पिका जो कि रेणु शर्मा जी का है। राइट। और वहाँ महाराज जी आए थे 1 महीने के लिए। So in fact, I was just sharing this with Ragini a couple of days back when I sent her a message that this is how, like, I never got to really learn from him, and it was only through 1 or 2 workshops that I could interact with him. So that was my beginning. For a month I was in Alpika workshop, and then I knew that I want to continue, so my parents put me in Lucknow Kathak Kendra, and my initial 2 years was with Surendra Saikia ji, and then from there, like a proper Guru Shishya Parampara, when I was 10-year old, it started with late Pandit Arjun Mishra ji.
Mm,
So, yeah. And then good, solid, what I would say, like 8 to 9 years, solid 8 to 9 years with Arjunji. I've been actually very fortunate and blessed to have very strong personalities as my gurus, and very strict. And actually, I don't know why I kind of got glued towards this discipline and strictness. I loved it because it has some kind of magic when when you're challenged, and I think I loved it throughout. And daat kha ke, gali kha ke, pit ke bhi, there was this high that nahi nahi, I have to be the best in the class. So Guruji had that aura about him, and he pushed me. And then I think I was 18, 19, and of course then by the time you're 18, 19, you know that what is it that is pulling you, and
yeah.
what is it that you, yeah. So there was a little discussion, of course. That time I left dance for 1 year, thinking what should I do and where should I pursue. Of course, I had a reason to come to Delhi because my extended family was in Delhi. But मुझे दिल्ली नहीं जाना था. वो मुझे
Oh,
बहुत clear था. मुझे दिल्ली skip मारना था. So yeah, I wanted a more peaceful life.
we
So
have a
I,
telepathy. We have a telepathy because I was about to ask you that
yeah,
usually people they
from
travel
Delhi,
to Delhi. Yes,
especially from Lucknow. I mean,
yes.
लखनऊ से सब दिल्ली ही जाएंगे पहले.
बिल्कुल,
हाँ.
तो आपको दिल्ली से क्यों भागना था?
मुझे दिल्ली से इसलिए भागना था क्योंकि शायद मुझे हमेशा से दिमाग में यही था कि अम, कम करो पर अलग करो. मैं ये नहीं
Ah,
बोल रही हूँ कि दिल्ली में कम करना और अलग करना. दैट इज नॉट व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू से, बट आई थिंक आई वांटेड टू बी इन अ मोर a different zone. Also, I think when the option came of Padma Bhushan Kumudini Lakhia ji,
mhm.
um, I did not have any doubts left then, because for me, she was a very bright, intelligent, intellectual, artistic, graceful, elegant woman to go not just train for dance, but also learn a lot. So I think for me, it was not just about training in dance, because I somehow connect dance and life together. It goes hand in hand. And same is for my students. I cannot just technically teach them. जब तक आपके अंदरूनी चीजें बदलती नहीं है, तब तक मुझे नहीं लगता है कि सिर्फ टुकड़ेपन से आप सीख सकते हैं. So yeah, so I think my attraction got me to Ahmedabad then. That's about it.
I
Namaste.
agree to it what you say, Sanjukta, because Delhi has a crowd. Delhi
Yeah,
has a crowd, and sometimes I feel being in Delhi. I also moved away from Delhi, and I was in NCR, and I started working young, so
yeah,
I didn't want to be a part of that crowd.
yeah,
शायद ये
yeah.
हम दोनों की instinct है. I don't know how come we
And,
haven't met,
and
but we feel the same
full
way.
full respect. I when I have to admire dancers, I only admire Delhi dancers. I wouldn't say that. I'm not disagreeing to the fact that all the Delhi dancers are very strong and there's such lovely performers. Some of my favorite dancers are all based out of Delhi. and I look up to them, all the gurus and everyone. But sometimes I think you have. I think I was born with a head that was a bit twisted. I could never walk the path where I think I saw everyone walk, and it just naturally happened. Good, bad, I don't know, but they were my decisions. Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful, because I can relate to you very much.
Hmm.
Because I understand that definitely Delhi has wonderful artists and wonderful dancers. But
Yeah.
as an individual, when you are so connected to yourself, I feel you're very connected to your inner soul, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel that when you're connected to your inner soul, you don't want to be a part of everybody. You want to stand apart and think, what do you want, what are you born for? I think
Yeah.
that's what took you. But
I
I
think you're
also
putting it in the
heard,
right way. Yeah.
yeah,
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
yeah, I also heard that you told Kumi Ben that मैंने कथक सीखा, आप मुझे नाच सिखाओ.
हाँ जी, आई मीन इनफैक्ट मेरा बोलना तो ये था और उनका मेरे लिए ये बोलना था कि तू तो मक्खन है ही, अब मुझे तुझे मलाई बनाना है.
Oh,
So,
so
so
nice.
it was very with
Amazing.
me and Indian, yeah, it was very mutual. I don't think today I'm not with her, of course, everybody knows that. But what I've shared with her, um, it's beyond special. Um, I think I don't think I can put it in words. And there was this bond, there was this mutual connection. जरूरी नहीं हमेशा husband wife ही soulmates हो, जरूरी नहीं हमेशा स्वर्ग में सिर्फ रिश्ते ही बनते. It's I saw it happening with me and my guru. शायद इसीलिए नजर भी लगी.
हाँ, मैं इस बात से एकदम
नमस्ते
अग्री
अभिमानी
करती
जी.
हूँ. हाँ, Abhimanyu is here. Hello, Alagnanda. Hi, Sanjukta. And you have a
Hello,
lot of guests, which I can see. Nandini says, hello, Didi. Hello, Sanjukta Di.
hello, thank
And
you.
this is thanks to all the guests who are joining in. And you can put up your questions and your comments if you think she's beautiful or she's hot. You can please write. This is oops, I said it. So you have all the right to say, oops, she's hot. So go and flaunt your love for her. So definitely there's a soul connection with gurus. But tell me, how was this transition from Arjun Bhaiya
Hmm.
to Kumu Behan? मतलब
Beautiful question.
बहुत अलग है. मतलब ट्रेडिशनल एकदम अर्जुन भैया का, अगर
Hmm.
अभी भी मैं अनुज का डांस देखूं तो इट इज वेरी
Hmm.
ट्रेडिशनली, एंड आई वॉच अर्जुन भैया विद महाराज जी.
Hmm.
And Kumudini ji's style is absolutely different. So how did you go through that transition and why?
सी एक चीज होता है कि आप जैसे मैं गुरुजी के साथ भी हमेशा ही जुड़े रहना चाहती थी, पर वो एक वक्त ऐसा आया उनके साथ where it was very difficult for me to leave Guruji. I've never spoken about it because
Yeah.
nobody really asked me, right? Because since I was that time, I was in a growing stage, and it did not become a national, international drama of me leaving, and here it did. So of course, I was
Yes.
asked. So there was a difference, but कोई भी शिष्य बिना किसी कारण के तो नहीं मूव ऑन करना चाहेगा, of course. But I think my love for Guru, this word, has been very special. Um, um, if I say the word obsession, I think I'm obsessed with गुरु. तो गुरुजी के पास भी जब मैं थी तब भी मेरा वो ऑब्सेशन था कि मुझे उनके आंखों का तारा बनना है, और उसके लिए मैं कितनी भी मेहनत करूंगी, जितना आप मुझे एक पहलवान जैसा तैयार करना चाहते हैं, आप बाकी लड़कियों को डांटे नहीं डांटे, पीटे ना पीटे, आप मुझे करो. And luckily my parents were also very strong. I must say that they said that ठीक है, इसको पीट के तैयार करना, आप पीट के तैयार करो. So my obsession towards that passion for my guru, passion for myself, passion for my art was there, and the same thing continued with Kumi Ben. So then शिष्य तो मैं ही थी ना, that बीच का line तो it's the same person. So that did not break at all. Now, the transition, as I earlier mentioned, that there is a lot of difference, but there are some similarities. Since I've spent good 10 years here and good 10 years there, both were very strict,
Mm-hmm.
both very disciplined in different ways. Both were like tough task masters, again in different ways. Maybe एक सोलो के हिसाब से तैयार करवा रहे थे शरीर, और दूसरा किसी और तरीके से उस चीज को देख रहे थे. But of course I was very privileged and blessed with Kumi Ben, that she was very open for me to pursue myself as a soloist. So I did not have to feel that I was only training in a particular way, or how sometimes people do feel like that. So that was common between both the gurus, and I say that I loved the fact that I had strict gurus. I think that is what made me today who I am, and it has transmitted some kind of fire, if that's the
Yes.
word. Yeah, both were fiery. एंड छोटे में भी आप देखिए, 10 साल से लेके 17 साल की जो उम्र होती है वो भी सेंसिटिव है, और फिर जो 20 साल से 30 साल की उम्र है वो भी एक ट्रांजिशन है. So both those stages I was with these identities. Now the differences that you asked. Uh, of course, I mean, Guruji was a traditionalist. हर चीज को उन्होंने एकदम जमीन के साथ जुड़ के सोचा है. उनकी सोच एक किस्म की थी. Like, for instance, I used to find it difficult after I was in my 15, 16, because earlier also I've said it in other maybe chat show or something, that my family is very open minded. So for me to like that tie that dupatta throughout the day was, I couldn't resonate with it. I couldn't connect with it. That, oh no, I don't need a dupatta. Why should I need it? Or maybe 24 घंटे like पसीने में चोटी बांध के रहना है. No, I can be a certain type and still be one of the best dancers. So वो मैं आपको सिर्फ ऊपर की बातें बोल रही हूँ. हाँ, अंदर बहुत सारे layers है. I
Yes,
will
I know, I understand.
yeah, 3 more hours to talk to you then in that case. So there were a lot of things which were very different with Guruji. Now, coming to Kumi Ben, those things opened up. She had a very open space for the people to walk in, especially with, and then each, वो कहते हैं ना कि हर शिष्य का गुरु के साथ एक अलग, जरूरी नहीं है कि
रिश्ता,
वही गुरु हर शिष्य के लिए एक जैसा हो. तो
बिल्कुल.
मेरा जो एक्सपीरियंस था मेरे गुरुजी के साथ या कुमी बहन के साथ, both were very special and both were very different. They were different yet similar in many ways. And I already told you the reason that why did I choose the transition, because I felt my soul and my body and my mind and my brain required it. Because as a dancer, I believe your body cannot be functioning. Everything from head to toe should be active. And if you're not
Absolutely.
aware of yourself and if you're not active, you can't do anything. And whatever you do is then a nil zone. So I don't know if
Absolutely. And you
do I make
talked about
sense?
you being obsessed with your guru.
Yeah,
But I
both.
also understand that the gurus are also very obsessed with their students.
Yeah,
So it becomes very difficult for a guru to who has given you the youth, the knowledge, the time and the space and the
yeah,
energy. So
absolutely.
how was शुक्र है उस टाइम ड्रामा नहीं हुआ इतना सोशल मीडिया भी नहीं है
नहीं
जो
था.
अभी 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 होता है बट
Hmm.
डू यू थिंक अर्जुन भैया let you just fly onto the other zone very easily and
Um, Luckily, Alaknanda, गुरुजी ने खुद ने कुमी बहन के अंडर कदम में 3 साल 4 साल काम किया
oh
था.
oh
Yeah, so he was a teacher appointed by Kumi Ben. तो उनके लिए उनकी एक वो legend वाली जो एक your feelings towards Kumi Ben was very different. He was a very tough man otherwise, and also not a very sweet spoken where people Also misunderstood many times, क्योंकि वो उनको जो आता था बोल देते थे. But he had that certain amount of respect for Kumi Ben, and Anuj खुद अहमदाबाद की पैदाइश हैं. तो हाँ, तो उनका अहमदाबाद के साथ भी नाता रहा. तो luckily there I got a bit of that liberty of
Right.
maybe if I would have chosen someone else, it could have been a bit more tough for me. But going to Kumi Ben was smooth. Yeah,
Smooth.
yeah,
And we have a lot of people who have joined us, and Nandan Denim Limited says very well said, Sanjukta ma'am, and Garima Shivastav also says, hello Didi and Sanjukta ji. And I have one question from a very dear friend of mine. I would
yeah,
like to put it up to you.
yeah.
One frame story, that's Sangeeta Das Banerjee,
Right.
my
Hello.
photographer, and she's magical. So she says, as there are two powerful women on panel today, I also happen to have powerful gurus in their own right. My question is, how does powerful female guru have a different impact on students and especially female students? She comes up with very nice questions. Yes,
I think this the female students can answer better than me answering because the impact is on them. But
yes,
I feel I can only share my experience. Um, I think being a female guru, I think it has just added certain feathers in my, cap hat, but nothing less um, because they look up to you, and then they see when you get them like I had my students when they were like 14 and 13 and 12, and then they look up to you, and then you're growing with them. I was then maybe 25, 26. So you actually grow with each other. And it's the same how you feel at home. If you have a sister or a younger sister or an elder sister whom you like, literally start sharing everything. Because I could never, I think, accept the strong baggage of the word guru. I don't think I'm capable of that. Not right now. I don't feel it right to be in that zone. I'm happy as Didi and a young mentor, which is right. कहते हैं ना अपने अपने औकात के हिसाब से ही आपको उतनी ही चादर फैलानी चाहिए. So I don't think I'm yet capable of being a guru. That's a very precious position and word. So no, I think I've had a very very good time with all my female students, and they look up to me not just in terms of dance, but also in terms of aesthetics. They would really want to look like Didi sometimes, and want to dress up like Didi, and want to maybe talk like me. So it's nice. I mean, to a certain point, I allow them that okay, fine, you can imitate, but then after a point when they reach 18, 19, I have to be the same person who has to say, okay, stop. Now stop. Otherwise, you're not going to find your own identity. There's a thin
yes.
line. You can be inspired, but to be like Didi is not a great thing, because then you will never find yourself. So that's why I said that it's like having a younger sister at home, where you actually mold them according to the age and the stage and the phase of life. And if you have a balance, and if you maintain a balance, and if it is not about just the I would say the powerful tools that a guru holds, but it could also be love and more nourishment and more care. It doesn't always have to be so powerful. So yeah, so I think
I think for Sangeeta, I would say like I started teaching very young, Sanjukta. I started
yeah,
teaching at 16. So I say I have daughters without a labor pain. So I literally grew up with them, and I feel they have a second home. At a certain age, at 17, 18, when you are in war with your parents,
yeah,
you're in war with the society. I
yeah,
think the females guru's home becomes their
yeah.
home. You
Correct,
know,
correct,
they
absolutely.
don't have to look for love and care outside. They have a
बिल्कुल
home where they can come, a second home where they can come, they can sleep, they can
correct.
eat, they can cry, and they can laugh and dance also. So I
Correct,
think
and
it's
also from their baby Tom and Jerry stories, suddenly they start sharing about their boyfriends and their
yes,
crushes. That's also interesting because they can't go and talk to their parents about it. So it's a good blend. It's a good balance as far as there is a mutual respect and you know where to draw a line. Everything is, yeah.
absolutely. I feel when I see Sanjukta's class and her practice sessions, I feel that there's a beautiful friendship that she has with her students, and
Hmm.
that's what I enjoy along with her dance sessions that I watch on your some social media, and I feel that there's a lovely, makhan jam bread between you and your students, and they're always surrounding you,
Oh
and
yeah,
they
yeah.
become protective shield. You become their protective shield, and they
Yeah.
become your protective
And
shield.
it's quite unspoken. Not every time
Yeah.
you have to do that buttering and that you know what I mean, right?
Yes,
Like you don't have to
absolutely.
always do that. Things can be unspoken and you can still maintain that. So yeah.
Yes. Ambika Shaha says Namaste Didi and Sanjukta
Namaste.
Di, and she says, yeah, because she's my disciple and she's right now in Seattle. And boyfriends, career advice, cooking lessons, and so much more. I know.
That's true. It's
I
fun.
teach her, I teach her how to cook also.
Lovely. No, I'm not good with it, so I can't teach that skill. Yeah.
But also, Sangeeta, we teach our girls how to handle life alone. I
Yeah.
think Sanjukta is also a very, very strong single woman. I don't say that we don't have boyfriends, or she doesn't have a boyfriend, or I'm looking for one. So, but we are quite independent women, and I think the girls need people like her to tell them it's okay to be alone and you can stand on your own after all the problems and as I wrote rising from the ashes, it's not less that she has gone through, but again falling is okay, but to again stand up, that's powerful. That's what Sanjukta Sinha is, powerful. So
Thank you.
lovely, and she also sends you a heart. Two hearts, संगीता दो हार्ट ये मैं उसको दे रही हूँ संजुक्ता को मेरे लिए भी एक दिल भेज please. So, and we have another one, Nanika Mukherjee. Do you feel like an imitation culture being propagated in Indian classical arts? Do you feel like trying to find your own identity different from the path of your gurus is path breaking? Yes, Sanjukta. Imitation culture.
Right. And do you feel like trying to find? Yeah, Nainika, I think it's very natural. Again, for me, एक तो मुझे कोई भी चीज लाइफ में हवा नहीं दिखती है. Everything is uh, everything is manageable. Everything has a solution, and everything has pros and cons. Nothing is कि ऐसा कर दिया तो ये होगा वैसा कर दिया. So ये it's a very natural process that I don't really need to find a way. It will naturally happen if like persistently and continuously working. मेरा रोजाना अगर काम के साथ जुड़ी हुई हूँ, मैं अपना आर्ट एंड कल्चर के साथ जुड़ी हुई हूँ, मैं समय के साथ जुड़ी हुई हूँ, मैं जनरेशन के साथ जुड़ी हुई हूँ, मैं बदलाव के साथ जुड़ी हुई हूँ, तो चीजें मेरी अलग होंगी ही. वो समय मेरे गुरु का अलग था. मेरे गुरु के बाद जो मेरे सीनियर्स थे उनका समय अलग था. उन्होंने चीजों को अलग तरीके से सोचा देखा. अब आज मेरा टाइम है. वो obviously everything has changed. The society has changed. People have changed. Thought process has changed. Technology has changed. The way we look at things, the way we share relationships, everything is changing. So I don't really have to invest energy in changing myself. The change is obvious if I'm connected to myself. That's how I would like to put it. And पार्ट ब्रेकिंग तो वो हो ही जाएगा, क्योंकि आप रोजाना जैसे मैंने बोला कि अपने आप के साथ, अपने काम के साथ आप जुड़े हुए हैं अगर, तो चीजें तो अलग दिखेंगी ही। और वो होना भी चाहिए, अपने गुरु से इंस्पायर होके आपको एक कदम, मैं ये नहीं कह रही कि गुरु से आगे बढ़ना है, पर आपको अपने हिसाब से अपना कंट्रीब्यूशन एक कदम आगे रखना है, ये सोच होनी चाहिए जरूर। Yeah.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल, अपने सोच पे जरूर ध्यान देना चाहिए कि आप क्या सोचते हो। संजुता, हाउ डू यू थिंक दैट एजुकेशन प्लेज सच एन इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट इन आवर career decisions or life decisions, especially being an artist, is not
Yeah.
so easy in India,
Yeah.
and for the society to accept artists is very difficult.
Yeah.
And when we are especially single and moving ahead with our career, how
Yeah.
important is education, and how did you balance your education and your career?
Right. Again, all the questions, I feel like everything is very individualistic. So everybody has their own. Talking about me, education was never forced on me. It was always like something that was encouraged. So there is a difference. So they encouraged me to study. They never forced me, and they encouraged me to dance as well. So nothing was forced. And of course, when nothing was forced, it's natural. जैसे कि अगर कोई भी चीज आपको धक्का मार के नहीं करवाया जाए, तो आपको ज्यादा मन करता है उस चीज को करने का. That's a natural human instinct. So ऑफ कोर्स मैंने जितना हो पाया, जिस ग्रेजुएशन मेरा बीए कंप्लीट किया, इट वाज एंड लेट एट दैट पॉइंट मे बी आई वाज स्ट्रगलिंग समटाइम्स, क्योंकि मुझे क्लासेस जाने होते थे. आई यूज्ड टू हैव माय शोज एंड देन देयर वर क्लैशेस, एंड sometimes my school teachers were not happy with me, because I couldn't cope up with attendance. So all these things were on, of course. बट उस टाइम पे शायद मुझे कभी ना कभी ये भी गुस्सा आया होगा कि क्यों मेरी मम्मी मुझे दो दो चीजें, जब मुझे डांसर ही बनना है तो क्यों मुझे पढ़ने के लिए बोला जा रहा है. सो yeah, and I wouldn't say that I was like a studious girl. No, I just needed education to the point that I was smart enough to know my subjects well. That's it. Because again, I am a person and I turned out to be the same. I want to learn through my experiences. I feel education plays a very important role in shaping up a personality, and maybe in shaping up your confidence, because when you tour internationally or you have to deal with certain people, and as the art scene is also changing, you have to come across so many men and women and different corporate people. It just becomes easy as a tool, as a language, if you have the education base with you. So it is important, but definitely to learn from your experiences is also something that I really value. Lata ji, I always say that पढ़ो, नाचो, सब करो, पर सबसे ज्यादा आप अपने आसपास की चीजों से जितना सीख सकते हो, वो आपको सबसे ज्यादा आगे जाके काम आएगा. शायद अभी नहीं पता चलता है, but after a point you realize that, yeah, okay, I did physics, science, maths, history, fine. They helped me to a point, right? Then I did so many parans, I did so many tukras, I did this tal, I did that tal. Wow, it helped me being a good performer. But then what? Then what? But did you, in the process, really find yourself? Did you, in the process, really think about the rest of the things which are being ignored, maybe? Or, as I said, your surroundings, or maybe that poor little dog on the street, or maybe
Yes.
someone like you see, this so much. If I go into it, Alaknanda, so I'm not going to get there. But yeah, so for me,
I
it is.
agree with you. I agree with you
Yeah,
100%, because life experiences are the real teachers, you
yeah,
know, for your
yeah.
breakaway, for your decisions, those math, science solutions, and the result.
Yeah, it's
People
important.
run after 90%, 95%.
Yeah,
Well, Where does it come in our life? It doesn't come anywhere except for taking a job. After that, also, I believe if you're not good at your job, you're kicked out. So, what you learn from your life is very, very important. I absolutely agree. And I feel that it is very nicely you have said that, you're connected to yourself, your inner soul. And somewhere, do you feel that the artists, especially the classical artists, they are boxed up in their own egos and things? And I feel that because I do not, I wear everything, I talk everything, so I don't like to be boxed. कि
Yeah.
सर्टन वे में हमें बिहेव करना है बिकॉज हम क्लासिकल आर्टिस्ट है क्योंकि हम क्लासिकल डांसर है हम तो ऐसी ही बात करेंगे हम ऐसे ही पहनेंगे हम स्वेयर वर्ड नहीं यूज कर सकते व्हाट द हेल सो व्हाट डू यू टेक अबाउट बिकॉज यू आर नॉट बॉक्स्ड but how is that possible how
Like,
do you make that happen?
see, no, that's the thing. Because I'm not boxed and I don't believe in it, Alaknanda. So I don't feel the pressure. And I love wearing, like, if I'm wearing a sari, because I love wearing saris. It's not like I have to be in short skirts or I have to be in my ripped jeans to look cool. No, I'm very confident and I can look equally sensuous wearing a sari or wearing a kurta or whichever way. So I think, yeah, boxed is not important. Where I do agree to what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I feel that you're boxed because of the baggage, but that's not important at the end of the day. So definitely, it's not important, and I feel that you have all the freedom to be yourself, and nothing is going to stop you from being a good performer if you are again continuously every day in touch with yourself and your art. So no, I don't think it is important at all, Alaknanda ji. I think you
Also,
can.
another thing that I want to ask you, I find you very courageous. You were at the same place, Ahmedabad,
Hmm.
where you faced a lot of problems also. The
Yeah,
whole thing about the fight and
yeah, yeah,
the breakup, the heart pain, the heartache, and
yeah, yeah.
so what made you stay back over there? Usually people would run away कि भैया यहाँ से निकलो कहीं और करते हैं और यहाँ पे तो ये बैठी है तो मैं कैसे
बहुत बड़ी
करूँगी?
हस्ती है वो.
हाँ, बहुत बड़ी हस्ती है. शी इज वेरी इन्फ्लुएंशियल एंड शी इज वेरी गुड एंड येट विद आफ्टर ऑल द हार्ट ब्रेक एंड द पेन एंड you both have your own stories to say. Maybe someday you might be sitting and sharing it over a cup of coffee or tea, and you'll be laughing. Both of you will be laughing on the thing. But to have the that thing of staying back in the same city and continuing your work, what was the courage and what was the thought behind it?
देखिए, वो कहते नहीं है कि अगर आपको पता है कि आपने गलती नहीं की है और आपको पता है कि आप किसी भी दिन उनके सामने जाके बैठ के दुनिया के सामने, आप सबके सामने बात करिए ना, पीछे से तो कोई कुछ भी लिख सकता है. I kept my mouth shut because I have a lot of respect for my guru. And that's why I
Wow.
didn't need to open my mouth because as you said, that I think being dignified is what proves your worth as a human. So that was very important for me, no matter whatever was told and said and done. But I had that courage because my heart said that, Sanjukta, but where did you go wrong? Where did I go wrong? I mean, I had a very clear conversation even in my last days that my guru in fact agreed that, okay, fine, if we are not finding the right spaces right now, if there is something that is troubling you or troubling me, let's sit and talk. We had a mutual conversation a night before this happened. Okay, she told me that you can, okay, fine, you be with Kadam, you lead the way you're leading. You can also have your own things if you feel that you're feeling in a certain way. Everything was clear. And then suddenly the next day, when the rest kind of influence, uh, things change. So with me and Kumiben, we've had a very unspoken thing in the last minute. I couldn't speak to her, unfortunately. Whatever happened, मैंने उनके आंखों में देखा, उनके पैर छुए, मैंने सिर्फ यही कहा, sorry, I'll have to leave. तो मुझे उनसे मौका ही नहीं मिला है उसके बाद से, आज तो 2-2.5 साल हो गए कि मैं वो क्लियर कर पाऊँ कि अगर मैं, चलिए अगर मान लीजिए उनको सबसे ज्यादा गलती जो मेरी हुई है, आज मैं आपके शो में ये बोलना चाहूंगी, क्योंकि सिंस यू नो वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इट, गलती मुझसे यही हुई है। और मैं ये पूछना चाहूंगी कि मुझसे पहले भी जितने सीनियर्स कदम से निकले हैं या गए हैं, अपने राह पे गए, कुमी मैंने कभी किसी को रोका नहीं, वो भी बिल्कुल सच्चाई बात है। मैं, बिकॉज आई थिंक आई लव हर मोर देन आई डिड नाउ, because I know what she means to me. So I mean, क्या ये गलत है कि जब आपसे ये क्लैरिटी के साथ बोला जा रहा है कि फाइन, I had many students, everybody knows that, right? Many students who I was teaching at Kadam. I had the performing unit of Kadam, who I was taking care of, right, under Kumiben's guidance. Now, if I am told that I can take a decision, okay, inside a room, that okay, ठीक है, आप ये कर सकते हो, पर आप ये भी कर, I went wrong because I went and told them that I might leave, guys. It is important for you guys to know. I might leave, but I will still be connected. If there I go wrong, and if it is twisted in a way and said that, you know, that यहाँ संजुक्ता कदम को तोड़ने की कोशिश कर रही है, sorry, they're two different things. You better tell the entire story, what happened, and then if I'm wrong, I will accept it. Yeah, I did make that mistake openly. But the rest, you prove me wrong anywhere where I was. In the last 10 years of my loyalty, 10 years of my dedication, I would have given up on everything possible for that woman. I adore her. So that's the thing. Like, I think that gave me that courage to not leave Ahmedabad and still follow what she gave me, and still spread the same thing and find my own path as well. I mean, I was told by someone, I wouldn't take the name because of, again, respect. I was told that if I open my own institute in Ahmedabad, I'll be put behind bars. Can you imagine to be told to a woman?
Oh my goodness.
So I was threatened to this extent that if I open something, I'll be behind bars. Come on, what crime did I do? किसी ने अपने कुछ नहीं किया आज तक, किसी ने नहीं छोड़ा क्या, किसी ने अपने स्टूडेंट्स को इन्फॉर्म नहीं किया? So why was I the culprit? So there you go, Alaknanda. It's one simple line. I don't think I made a mistake. If I did, that was one thing that, yeah, fine. मैंने उस रात की बात को सुन के जाके अगले दिन बोला. उसके अलावा आप मुझे कहीं पे भी गलत प्रूफ करो तो मैं यहाँ, मेरी हिम्मत ही नहीं होती कि मैं इस जगह पे अपने इतने बड़े लेजेंडरी गुरु के सामने उनके नाक के नीचे बोल पाऊं. पर नहीं, आज भी मुझे मेरी गुरुजी बुलाएंगे, मैं एक पैर पे कूदते हुए जाऊंगी, तो मुझे बुलाए तो सही एक बार. I tried messaging her in her last birthday. It was sent. I was blocked, I realized. I sent it to her daughter, thinking she will convey, but I did not receive a reply. So that's about it.
More love to you, more love to you. I can see your pain. I can feel your trembles. I can feel your tears, which is just inside you, and you're choking. And I can understand the love that you have for her. I am sure that one day, this bridge will be crossed by both of you. Both of you. And I pray and I hope that one day both of you cross the bridge, hug it out, and, be there. Maybe not work together, but be there
Yeah,
for
but
each other.
अगर मुझे उनकी सेवा करने का भी मौका मिल गया ना, तो भी बहुत है, क्योंकि मुझे नहीं लगता कि मैं उनका ये वाला हाथ सिखाया हुआ उसी ढंग से करूं तो मेरी इज्जत है उनको, मतलब मैं उनकी इज्जत करती हूँ. नहीं, मैंने उनका खुला हुआ हाथ अगर ऐसे किया है तो भी मेरी उतनी ही इज्जत है. इसका जरूरी नहीं है that I have to always give a proof to my guru that no, my respect is here. I don't have to always prove it.
I
And I'm
love
not
you
used
for
to that.
this. And I hope she sees this interview. Somehow
I
it reaches her.
I hope the institute doesn't break into pieces after I finish the chat.
No, 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 it will never happen. But I have seen your studio grow, you know. I've seen the first S that you designed for yourself, and then
One of my student designed it. He's
yes,
lovely. Shantanu,
yes.
yes. He's a
It
designer,
is,
yeah.
I saw you grow bit by bit, and I was watching you. Everybody was watching you because everybody knew that there must be something, and everything cannot go wrong. There must have been a miscommunication. There's a lot of politics in our field, and we cannot deny it. We cannot deny it. और वो
Yeah.
कहते हैं ना, चढ़ते को खींचना बहुत आसान है, जो नहीं चढ़ पाते हैं। तो वो हम सबको दिख रहा था, पर मुझे ये भी दिख रहा था कि तुम ईंट से ईंट जोड़ के फिर कैसे अपने आप को तैयार करिए। इट वाज ब्यूटीफुल watching you grow each moment. And I think I texted you at that point of time that
Yeah, I
it
remember.
will happen, and I'm enjoying watching you because everybody needs their own space, and we love our gurus. I can see your love for your guru, which is beautiful, and I'm sure this God मुझे लगता है justice होती है, and God is listening. God is listening. So,
Hmm.
and how do you feel now when you have your own space over there, and you know you're again growing, you have your students, and you have your performances, you have your talks and workshops. So
Yeah.
how does it feel, you know?
Hmm. Now, if you would have asked me the same question if I was on your, in your chat show 2 years, 3 years back, maybe I was a different person, a little bit different from who I am now. Because as I told you, and since that's why I'm able to confidently, put it out that more than education, your life teaches you, experiences, your decisions teach you more. I think because I've gone through it recently in life, and that's where you know that what and how you need to build it. So the feeling of course is very एक तो मैं ऐसी इंसान हूँ मैं बहुत जल्दी खुश नहीं होती.
Uh-huh.
I it takes maybe an ice cream can also make me happy, and maybe sometimes like something like I was again privileged. I would say that क्योंकि मुझसे बहुत अच्छे dancers भी है, बहुत blessed हूँ कि मुझे बिस्मिल्लाह खान award भी मिला. उस टाइम पे भी मुझसे सीनियर्स थे बिल्कुल, बट वही है कि कुछ चीजें लिखी होती है तो उस साल मुझे मिल गया अनएक्सपेक्टेडली बिल्कुल. सो वही है कि वो चीज पाके भी शायद मुझे इतनी खुशी नहीं होगी बिकॉज आई वाज लाइक yeah, but what about this award? And so what? Does this prove that I'm best, or does this prove that I'm successful, or does this prove that okay संजुक्ता बड़ा अच्छा तत्कार कर लिया, बहुत अच्छे चक्कर लगा? No, that's nothing. So it's a bit people can say I'm a bit unsatisfied sometimes, but that's what I said, even a little ice cream can make me happy. But maybe the biggest of the things, I take time to soak it in. So in the same way I think यहाँ पे तो मेरे पास कोई ऑप्शन ही नहीं था. मैंने तो कभी नहीं सोचा था कि मेरे इतनी जल्दी मेरे पास कोई स्पेस, क्योंकि मेरे आई डिड नॉट हैव एनी मनी इन द बैंक. I was spending easily, going, eating, and buying and doing things, and like any my age person would end up doing. So I had no savings, nothing. So suddenly everything changed for me, and I started changing for myself as well. So everything was very. The feeling is joy, happiness, excitement. No, humility. Yes. It made me humble, um, and it tested my patience. Also, I saw जो लोग इतना संजुक्ता दीदी ये संजुक्ता दीदी ने तो ये करके ऐसे कर लेते, they did not even talk to me. They were ashamed of taking my name on social media. They were ashamed of commenting on my post. So then you're not given a choice. When you don't have a choice, you just build. And then when you're building, all you feel is humble, Alaknanda ji. Because when you've lost everything suddenly, there is no way of losing anything more, right? Or gaining anything more. So whatever little bit I'm doing, I'm trying. Definitely that doesn't kill the ambitious Sanjukta. Her spirit, her uh, her power, no, nothing has killed me. It did destroy me for 1 year. It did. It's natural. It took me more time than maybe others, because as I said that मैं अपने माँ बाप को भूल चुकी थी अपने गुरु के लिए, तो मैं इतनी पागल थी. तो वही है कि then that's about it. So yeah.
Kudos to you, girl. Kudos to you. Amazing,
Thank
amazing.
you.
And I know what you're feeling, and I think I really can. I don't know why. When I texted you, Sanjukta, I want you to come. So, people told me that, oh, she doesn't speak much, she's quiet. But I'm so happy you're speaking, Sanjukta, because you need to speak out. You need to tell.
Maybe I don't speak about um, what's my favorite, uh, maybe brand, or maybe cars, or maybe purses, or maybe shoes, or maybe whatever. But maybe there I am a little less with a lot of things, or over excitement in life. Maybe that doesn't work with me much. But I think I'm enjoying where we are right now, and where we are connected through this conversation. And nothing can stop me from speaking then. It depends. It
Yeah,
depends.
I love
आप
you for
ग्लास
this.
आधा खाली या आधा भरा, आप जैसे देखना चाहते हैं आप वैसा ही देखेंगे.
बिल्कुल।
Yeah.
और ये जो तुमने बात कही ना कि एक आइसक्रीम तुम्हें खुशी दे सकती है, एंड अवार्ड का वो सीपिंग करने में टाइम लगता है.
Hmm.
आई बिलीव दैट आप ऊपर कुछ नहीं लेके जाने वाले हो. नो
बिल्कुल.
अवार्ड्स, नथिंग. सो लिव योर लाइफ हैप्पीली टुडे, यू
बिल्कुल.
नो.
और
एंड
अलकनंदा जी, एक चीज और मैं बोलूंगी इसी बात पे, कि कई लोगों को ये लगता भी होगा दैट शी इज एरोगेंट बिकॉज शी डजंट स्पीक मच, एंड शी डजंट सोशलाइज, शी डजंट इंटरैक्ट मच. मैं दिल्ली भी आती हूँ, अपना काम करके चली जाती हूँ, शो भी करती हूँ, बैक स्टेज में वाइंड अप करके चली जाती हूँ. I've hardly opened myself ever. Yeah, maybe I haven't. But, frankly speaking, the reason is, I would again say today on your chat show, that the reason is, I also believe if I am ambitious, why I'm ambitious is also important. It's not because of my ego, but because I know there are many strong dancers standing right there, right? If I don't work hard, if I don't put myself, if I don't persistently go on doing it, कल को 100 लोग और होंगे. टैलेंट की कमी नहीं है,
बिल्कुल.
बहुत है. अकेली मैं नहीं हूँ, या अकेले मेरे कोई भगवान ने शरीर, मन, दिमाग सब कुछ नहीं दिया, सबको दिया. और कब कौन आ जाएगा, इसीलिए आई डोंट थिंक आई हैव द टाइम एट द मोमेंट टू इन्वेस्ट in such things. I rather invest in growing something which satisfies my soul than maybe interacting with people. That's the only reason.
And I also would say that, you are at a stage that where you need to understand who is yours and who is not yours.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. I
Everything
mean,
is
it's
not
always,
yours.
yeah. Yeah, it will still take, I think आपके साथ मैं 5 साल बाद एक शो करूँगी, उस तब तक शायद मैं इस चीज का कुछ बोल पाऊंगी. अभी भी मैं उस चीज में बहुत नीचे हूँ अभी.
और ये तो तुमने बता दिया कि 5 साल फिर मुझे ये शो करना पड़ेगा.
जरूर, इंशाल्लाह जरूर करेंगे आप.
I love this show because I come to know about your journeys
जी.
and your life, which is so important. Where you are is good and important, but from where did you come and how did you land up here? That
Yeah.
is very important for me.
Yeah.
And we have Dipanshu over here, and he says,
Nice.
Pranam Didi, you are an inspiration. Agree, Dipanshu. How important do you feel listening to your heart is? Does it matter? If it does, then it helps or not. And you're looking gorgeous. Absolutely.
Right. Dipanshu, I think अगर कोई इंसान मुझे रूबरू मिलेगा तो पता ही चल जाएगा मेरे आँख में झाँक के ही कि मैं दिमाग को हमेशा थोड़ा साइड में ही रखती हूँ। हर चीज़ दिल से ही करती हूँ। इसीलिए शायद मैं कई जगहों पे मुझे लोग समझ नहीं भी पाते, क्योंकि मैं दिमाग का इस्तेमाल कम करती हूँ, डिप्लोमैटिक कम होने की कोशिश करती हूँ, इसलिए मैं मुँह ही बंद रखती हूँ। तो आई थिंक हार्ट इज़ द मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग, but just listening to your heart is not enough, and it
Yeah,
doesn't end there. You need to have the
yeah,
courage,
yeah,
because if you have to listen to your heart, the heart is going to let you roll anywhere. The mind is going to stop you. But if you give that chance to the heart that, okay, I let you rule, you got to be very, very courageous. At the same time, you need to be open to take any risk, and you should be able to accept what's coming your way, not complain. वो कंप्लेन बॉक्स खत्म हो जाता है, क्योंकि हार्ट को अगर आपने चुना है तो जो आपकी तरफ आ रहा है उसको खुशी खुशी एक्सेप्ट करो एंड मूव ऑन. So it is very important, and those who know me know that.
amazing. I think you go by your heart, definitely. But I would also tell you, because a little, मैं तुमसे बस थोड़ी सी बड़ी हूँ, ज़्यादा बड़ी नहीं हूँ. Although I call myself, I'm always ever 18 till I die. So,
जी, बिल्कुल
but I would say always have a balance of heart and your
बिल्कुल
mind,
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
because it's very important. Your heart
It is.
breaks easily, your
Yeah,
mind is stronger, so don't let heartbreak happen. And as I said, this is a Valentine's week,
yeah.
and Sanjukta is still single, not single, but she's
Still
already
not
mingle.
married. Still not
Yeah,
married, I would say. Yeah,
she's not married.
yeah.
And what is love to you? पर अभी मैं गुरु के लव के बारे में बात बिल्कुल नहीं कर रही हूँ.
जी जी जी
वैलेंटाइंस
बिल्कुल.
वीक है. और अगर किसी को नहीं पता, मैं इसको फुल स्टॉक करती हूँ, और इसके गोवा के पिक्चर्स मैंने फुल स्टॉक कर रखे हैं. और मुझे ये बताने में बहुत खुशी हो रही है दैट शी हैज अ लव ब्यूटीफुल लव लाइफ विद Pankaj. So
Yeah,
please tell us about Pankaj and your love life, because love is so beautiful.
yeah,
And 14th February is nearby. So what does that mean to you? And for me, love is every day. But
yeah.
any special plans?
Any special plans? I think I was always very well, I was never sure of getting married young and early. I always wanted to have that maturity and experience in life before I actually say yes to marriage. Saying yes to a man or a boy is very, very easy, because you just have to say yes and go on a date and have fun and maybe plan certain things. But for me, marriage is a very pure word, and I wanted to be intelligent enough. That is where I used my brain as well.
Good.
Yeah, smart enough to know that, okay, I think I understand myself a little bit, so I'll be able to understand the other person, because it takes a lot of time to really understand who you are. So to rush in marriage is something that is, I wouldn't advise anyone, unless it is a pressure from home, family, because आपको
Don't fall into that trap.
no,
I have fallen, and I'm out of it. So please, my
yeah.
advice to all the girls out there, please don't
Yeah.
fall into that
I mean, it can be
particular trap.
difficult for many who do not come from a very open background. I completely understand that. But you see, from 20 to 30, you are actually kind of trying to look for yourself, for your own identity. And then if a second person walks in, it's not always necessary that you have that space completely there to accept him with his flaws. Also, you are not so confident to make that marriage. There are always exceptions, of course, exceptional
Yes.
cases होते ही हैं. But in my case, I was a little you know patient in terms of marriage. I would say, I wouldn't say I did not have any relationships in past. Of course, I did, and but I was never sure of marriage. Pankaj, yes, he's a very special person. Talking about him, we share a very special relationship as well because I am his mentor as well. He comes from a
Yes.
contemporary dance background. I think we know each other for last 6 years, and we've been together for last 3 years. And so he came from a contemporary background. Of course, he was trained, he was teaching, he was a teacher there. So he had a solid training in his body. But of course, in terms of Kathak, it was zero. So that's where I got introduced to him. We initially started like a teacher and a student. Which I'm very openly happy about the fact that it all started with a lot of respect in the beginning itself, and then we realized that we kind of gel in and we started meeting and the friendship kind of started growing, and then this happened. You see, this
Love
mishap.
happened.
Yeah, well, no, the mishap happened. The
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah. So that happened, and that's where I realized that he stood by me like my backbone. So we knew by then that we're there for each other, but we couldn't really maybe find a word to to really connect the two sides together. And I will also like to say that I'm very blessed to have some of my students who really stood by me, and they're still like a very strong pillar, always present in my life. Kritika, Vidhi, they all have been with me for last 6 7 years, and some of the new ones as well. And but definitely I found a very strong backbone here, and that's where we started understanding each other. It was not easy at all because coming from a relationship of a mentor and student, and I don't mind openly talking about it because um, it doesn't always have to be the conventional type.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I would have been offered by my family, of course, or maybe my choice could have been a very rich, successful businessman who makes my life something beautiful. But here, I took this decision because I think both of us together make more sense in life, and uh, uh, and life is more meaningful. So
Definitely.
and that's why we could,
Definitely. I
yeah.
must tell people before she came on the screen, it was Pankaj who was doing all the screen tests for her.
Yeah,
So it was lovely that there's somebody, and Sanjukta, I believe that at difficult times, you understand who really stands by you.
yeah,
मतलब जब आप एकदम मुसीबत में हो, जो बंदा तब आपके साथ खड़ा है या खड़ी है, वो
yeah.
सच्ची में आपका है.
And I
And
must confess one thing, Alakthanda, that people might think that it is just attraction and okay, haan bhai, the Sanjukta is a certain kind and blah blah blah. No, when I went through this bad time, I was almost under depression, in depression for and depression doesn't have to be like quoted in a way. I didn't know what was happening around me. I could not maybe always gather myself together. And I literally had so many ups and downs in my relationship. And I was using him like a punching bag so many times. So, someone who could go through that and still stand by me, and someone who could see the ugly side of me, not with this kajal and eyeliner and I think I was looking for a man like that who would
absolutely.
accept me the way, yeah, the real Sanjukta is.
Yes,
Mawa ji,
absolutely. हाँ,
namaste.
महुआ is here, such a lovely woman. आज आ गई हो तुम, बिल्कुल. बिल्कुल, अगर तुमने मिस किया तो पूरा सुनना. मतलब इस बार संजुक्ता ने दिल खोल के जो बात की है, जो ऊप्स में सब करते हैं, and I'm happy कि संजुक्ता just came out with an open heart. It is really beautiful. That shows another beautiful, it's a very vulnerable side of you. But I think
आई थिंक
even being
वही धोखा खा गई मैं कदम के साथ. मैंने वो साइड कुछ ज्यादा ही खोल दिया.
Yes, and you should understand we all stand by you. I'm so proud of you, Sanjukta ji. God
Mm.
bless you
Thank you
always.
so much.
Sis Moa and Dhirendra is also here,
So
and
sweet. Thank you,
and
Dhiren. Thanks for
Abhi-
joining.
Abhi- Abhimanyu says, very true. Alaknanda students should feel comfortable to talk to you on any topic apart from Torah and Tukra. That helps a lot for them to grow. Absolutely. I tell my students, please live in Karlo, check out who's right for you. Don't get into the marital whole thing. I tell my sons, don't get married. Come on, do a live in first. See if it is right for you, and then only, you can stay with that person. Otherwise, love flies off the window, and you're just
Yeah, and
living.
after marriage, also, you never know if things will work or it might not. I mean, nobody takes any guarantee. But you should be at a stage in your life, mentally, emotionally, that you don't end up blaming others. Even
Yes.
if things go wrong, you should be able to um, manage it and still
Yes.
have respect for each other. I think that's again very important. It's not. It just doesn't get end there. कि हाँ चलो शादी होगी खत्म बात. No.
एक्चुअली
So
शादी होके ना बात शुरू होती है,
शुरू होती
खत्म
है.
नहीं होती है, बात
Yeah,
शुरू
but
होती है.
सबको ये
So
समझ
it
में
takes a
नहीं आता
lot
है.
of courage, and being an artist, I feel it takes a lot of courage to be married. First of all, you are on the stage, then you're
Yeah,
dancing with all artists, then
yeah,
you have the attention of the audience. So it's very much insecure for the man or for the woman also, you know
yeah.
to accept that artist with all the
Correct.
frills.
Correct.
So that is there. एंड महुआ कहते मैं पूरा देखूंगी दीदी, और मुझे संयुक्ता जी को सुनकर अपना सेशन याद आ गया आपके साथ. बिल्कुल, मैं बहुत खुश हूं कि आप सब मेरे से इतनी फ्रैंकली बात कर सकते हो, वो भी सोशल मीडिया पे, जहां पे आप अपना दिल खोल के रख सकते हो और अपने दर्द भी शेयर कर सकते हो मेरे साथ. ये मेरी खुशनसीबी है कि आप और संजुक्ता एकदम दिल खोल के आए हैं, एंड ऑल द आर्टिस्ट कैन स्पीक टू मी with an open heart. I think I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Thank you so much to all of you. And Sanjukta,
Yeah.
um, um, फोटोज तो मैं सबको बोलूंगी प्लीज जाके गोवा की फोटोज देख लो. वे वेरी नाइस एंड वेरी ब्यूटीफुल. एंड यू स्टार्ट, आई डू नॉट बिलीव इन लव. And as people know, I'm called a man hater, but I don't hate men. Seeing the photographs, you would start believing in love, and there's romance in this world. So they're so beautiful. And Sanjukta, something is coming up. Noor.
Yes.
That is something very special and close to your heart. So
Yeah.
tell us about Noor. What is Noor all about, and how did that baby happen to you? No, बच्चा सिर्फ लेबर पेन से नहीं आता, दिल से भी आता है. Let's
जरूर.
baby.
जरूर जरूर जरूर. नहीं, मेरे पास ऑलरेडी एक बच्चा है. His name is Muffin.
Ooh,
भी
so
बाहर से
cute.
आया है.
कहाँ से है? कहाँ पे है तुम्हारे? मेरे पास भी एक बच्चा वैसा. ऐसे
मुझे
तो दो
पता है.
मुंडे हैं, मेरे पास एक है छोटा वाला. उसका नाम है वॉडका. वॉडका एंड मफिन के साथ बहुत अच्छी जमेगी.
How
My
old is he?
He's 4 years old,
Oh, lovely.
and
Wonderful.
he
When
will
I'm
come.
when I'm in Delhi, I will meet vodka first and then you. I'll be
Yes, please
partying.
do so. And he loves women, I must tell you. He loves
Okay.
beautiful women. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lovely.
So absolutely.
Zarur, zarur.
Tell me about your new baby.
Ji. Well, this Noor is going to be the second production. The first one was Anand Prava. जब मैंने सिर्फ ये संजुक्ता सिन्हा डांस कंपनी लॉन्च किया था, of course I needed something solid for my work to be seen and for the dancers to be seen, for the company members जो मैंने build किया थोड़ा सा एक साल के अंदर. So we did that, and soon after Anand Prava's premiere, Corona. So there was a lockdown. जी. तो उसके बाद फिर 2 साल तो ऑफ कोर्स हम सभी, किसी एक का तो वो नहीं था, सभी ने उतना ही झेला है, सभी का कुछ कम ज्यादा रहा है. But so Noor is now the second production, which was of course धीमे धीमे उसकी उपज हो रही थी अंदर इन 2 सालों में. And Noor, how I see it is like the first half being very, very traditional, very paramparagat, which will be, of course, my solo. And the second half will be treated in a very cutting edge language, which I'm trying to work on these days, which is, of course, my second little initiative to add a layer to my traditional form. So it will be more of on the cutting edge language with the group and me, of course, in it. So नूर एक नाम इसीलिए क्योंकि सबसे पहले मुझे एक सोच में एक रोशनी आई सफेद सी कुछ which was very pure and that's why that name resonated, and that's why Noor started. And then of course I had to build with the character, because when it comes to choreography, मैंने one of the best choreographers के अंडर कुमुदिनी जी जिनके अंडर मैंने काम किया, मैंने बहुत सीखा है, बहुत 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 सीखा है. So जिस तरीके से सोचा जाता है कोरियोग्राफी को, उसका नजरिया ही अलग है. आई थिंक इट इज बियॉन्ड जस्ट द मूवमेंट vocabulary. It's not it doesn't start or end there. There's so much that happens before, after, and while. So Noor just started like that, and so now the inshallah ये कि अब म्यूजिक बनना शुरू हो गया है, और अगले हफ्ते दिल्ली के कुछ म्यूजिशियंस आ भी रहे हैं जिनके साथ मैं काम करती हूँ यहाँ पे, और अब रिकॉर्डिंग होगी. एंड मार्च एंड वी आर टारगेटिंग टू प्रीमियर Noor in Ahmedabad first, and then of course I will love to bring it to Delhi. So,
Yes.
and I will want you, Alaknanda ji, to be there for the Ahmedabad premiere. I will invite you for that as well.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, and I shall be there, and I'll get to meet you, see your work, see your studio, and I think it would be a lovely time. But बहुत ऐसे गरम गरम बातें हो गई है, एकदम spicy hot. तो जिंदगी spicy होनी चाहिए, खट्टा मीठा कड़वा ठंडा गरम सब होना चाहिए. So some rapid fires for you,
Hmm.
okay? And you don't have time to think करके ऐसे नहीं सोच सकती. जो तुम्हारे दिमाग में पहले आएगा तुमको
अगर
बोलना
नहीं
पड़ेगा.
आएगा, I'll just say pass.
हाँ, okay.
Yeah.
Favorite color,
Black.
favorite outfit,
Saris.
your favorite food,
North Indian,
cuisine.
Avadi.
Come
Avadi.
again? Avadhi. Okay. Your favorite destination for vacation?
I have
India.
yet to find it. I don't know yet. I don't think I have found it yet.
You haven't found it yet. Not in India, not even
Not,
international.
no, not yet. I would say, as of now, I would say Rome, Italy.
Right. Like if
Yeah.
I give you a ticket, okay, there's a ticket, Sanjukta, where do you want to go? It would be Rome.
First thing, yes.
What's your favorite drink? Vodka or a gin or don't tell me
No, I
water.
don't drink.
You don't drink?
No, no, no. I
Wow.
drink, but that is something just because I would say this is where I'm forced in a social gathering. I would drink. Otherwise, I have no love for alcohol at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite perfume?
Jean Paul.
Okay. And your car?
My car.
Yeah. What would you like your car to be?
Difficult question. Pass.
Pass.
Gora Gani.
Okay. Or where would you take Pankaj on a lonesome date?
Home.
He must be hearing Rome.
No, no, very much home. That's it.
And what would you cook for him if you want to cook?
I'm terrible with cooking. I wouldn't try my hands. He loves my chai, and it would end there.
And what do you think he would gift you on a Valentine's Day?
Um, he's absolutely rubbish when it comes to anything romantic, and maybe that's why I fell for him, because he has no idea how to woo a girl. So I wouldn't expect anything at all, because if he brings, it would be absolutely One of the most ugliest gifts I've ever received, so I rather not have it.
So, who is your favorite Bollywood star or an actor?
We lost him,
Oh,
Irfan Khanji.
yes, yes.
Yeah,
We
I
lost
think he
him.
had something in him.
Yes,
When people find Hrithik Roshan hot, I think he was hot.
yes, I agree. Talent makes them
Little
hotter.
looking, of course, I don't deny that. But that man had something in his voice, in his eyes, just had something.
Yes.
Yeah,
An actress,
pass.
a movie,
Mm, difficult to say. Pass.
pass. So,
Yeah,
sing me your favorite song, your
I
all-time
don't
song.
sing. I knew you will come to this.
Yeah, you
Dhiren
knew, no?
sang so well.
Yeah.
Abhimanyu ji can sing. Maua ji can sing. Now I am very bad with singing. I will pass
But
again.
still, what's your favorite song?
What's my favorite song?
Yeah,
Okay,
something
I
that
think
you
I
would like to
I
sing.
love. No, I can't sing. You can sing for me, or maybe someone can just come online if Dhirendra is there.
Pankaj can sing for you.
Oh my God, no, please no. Everyone will leave. So let's not take that
But
chance.
still, what's the song? What's your song?
But I will. I love ghazals and I love Abhidaji's and Hariharan's ghazals.
Which one? Which one? Like something which
Um,
you feel, which you sing maybe at जब तुम गुनगुना रही हो तो ये गाना गुनगुनाती हो.
hmm, फूल है चांद है क्या लगता है.
Okay, I'll search it.
Hmm,
Send me the YouTube link.
जी जरूर हरिहरन जी का ही है.
Okay, tell me what is the dream still you feel is unfulfilled, and you like to fulfill that in future.
A dream.
Yeah, something that you still want and still have a longing for,
Well,
and you feel that this I have to do, I want to do this bit.
I see Kathak in a very different way. Um, mm, Definitely want to make a mark, small, big, a contribution by saying a mark is what I mean. Um, in the smallest way possible, but definitely with a little bit of something additional to what has been happening. May it be production value, may it be the dance, the level of dance, maybe physicality, maybe the way Abhinaya has been visualized so far, maybe the costuming, maybe well, production value brings it all. So yeah, a bit of a change is one thing. I'm too much focused in my work, so definitely everything is a dream and something that I've been longing. Longing is work, and I would say something that has not been fulfilled is marriage. So definitely, I would like to get married soon.
Well, nice. That's a lovely dream. And how important is money to you?
There you catch hold of me. This is where I start from KG and nursery every single day. Alaknanda, I'm struggling. I could be the smartest one, the most bold, this, that, whatever people think of me or whatever they. When it comes to money, I am terrible. Terrible is the word. No savings. I don't know how to make money. I have no business sense at all. I'm rubbish. I think I'm the worst when it comes to money. I'm very confident about that. I have a long way to go, a lot to learn. Um, no, I'm pathetic. I am
But you
very
think
bad.
money is important?
Yeah, people are telling me I'm learning.
Yeah, money, I do believe money is very
I,
important.
I never
I
thought
think,
like that, but yes, it's changing now. Money is important. Yeah.
but I would also tell you that money is very important, and just not to have dal roti, I would like to have my cake and pastries
I
also.
know, I know, I know,
And
definitely.
but it is not everything also. It's not like with मतलब पैसे के लिए I wouldn't compromise on my values and ethics, but money
Yeah,
is important. Money
yeah,
is
absolutely.
important.
Absolutely. No, I'm
Sanju,
learning definitely.
yes, it's very
Yeah,
important.
it
Call me,
is.
I'll tell you a little bit.
Zarur.
But Sanjukta, it
Zarur.
has been a lovely session with you. And this
Okay.
week is a week of love, and love is for all time. I'm wishing you a lot of love from Pankaj, but also wishing you and praying for you for a lot of love for the people you have in your life and the love that you have for them. I pray that one day, you both meet and you just express your love for each other, because I have seen it today in you. It's just 1 hour with you, or 1 hour 20 minutes, that I can see the time, and I've seen so much in love in you, so much of love in you for your guru. And the way your voice was choking up, it was reaching out to me.
Well,
The
I
fact.
will say that I haven't been able to move on. I don't know how people move on. Somebody has to teach me how to move on. I don't know. There's no way you can move on. How can logics work? That you need to be logical. It's about your life. It's about this. No, there's no logic. It ends there. Simple as that.
I just hope she listens to this interview, because I know that you have not spoken before about this so openly.
Well,
And no, and
even if
people,
somebody will see this interview, they will not show it to her. I know that.
I hope, magics do happen. I do believe in magics. So I believe that this should happen, because people, when I said Sanjukta Sinha is coming, so the normal, oh, she will not speak. So that was the reaction I got from many people, not just one, too many people.
I'm
But
sure.
I feel I'm so blessed that you came up so openly and opened up your heart to all of us, just not to me, but at Oops, you opened up your heart. And that's what I said. Oops, I said it, because this is the platform where you can just open up and say everything that you want to say, and nobody's going to be judgmental over here. Definitely not me. And everybody has a journey. So that was destined to you. It was your
Yeah.
journey, but I think also it made you stronger.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It
With no choice, yes.
It made you much more stronger. And
Yeah.
also that you found the love of your life, who stands
Yeah.
by you. And
Yeah.
also those students and the space which you say, it's my own. Yet
Yeah.
you tributed to your guru. I
Everything.
understand. I can feel it. I could hear it, that you tributed to your guru. You just put it on her feet. And I just pray that one day, Sanjukta, you come back to me and said, Alagnanda, it happened.
Please, if whoever is here, if there's one prayer, I will like to meet her once.
You
That's
will.
it.
You will. You will. Thank you so much. But believe in love and grow in love and share love the way you do. And all wishes come true. And do believe in magic. Sanjita, do believe in magic. It will happen. It shall happen. And I hope all your dreams come true.
Thank you. I have, since you call it a Valentine's week, I have a question for you. I'm being
Yeah.
the host and you be my guest, just for 2 minutes.
Oh, you're turning the tables. That's happening for the first time. Okay, I'm game.
So if you were given a choice, since it's Valentine's week, huh? That's why I'm asking you this question. Otherwise, I won't pull you there.
Yeah.
Which is like your secret crush from the dancers, the male dancers that you've seen in or known in past and present? Someone you've not ever like it, you've not revealed it, but it's always been like a secret crush. Could be for anything. Doesn't have to be for looks.
Sanjukta, I would say that I had never had any crush on any dancer, because
Oh, I
when I
was
was
the
young,
same.
yeah, I never
Yeah,
had crush on any dancer. And Abhimanyu can vouch on that, because मैं ऐसे घोड़े की नाल पहन के चलती थी. I was
yeah.
hot. Gauri Divakar would tell you all about my hotness. And but I never had a crush on any dancer, any male dancer, any
Hmm.
ever. If I had
Wonderful.
a crush on, that is, I would say openly on this show, and I know him. We are friends, Sonu Nigam.
Ooh. Okay, so not a
So yeah,
dancer.
It's not a dancer at all. And Sonu Nigam used to be at our home because he got his first opportunity at T series from my father, Gautam Das Gupta. So my crush is Sonu Nigam forever,
That's
and
so
we are
nice to
friends.
hear.
We are still friends. So
Lovely.
never
Good
ever
to
a
know
dancer.
that.
अरे डांसर पे क्रश कैसे होता संजुक्ता सारे तंबाकू खाते थे यार
I'm sorry, I can't say that anymore.
हाँ
I can't say that anymore.
you guys leave that rubbish so yes for Valentine's week that time the crush was Sonu Nigam right now I'm happy alone I'm
Wonderful.
too
Good
much
to know
in
that.
love with myself
Nothing
and
is
my
better than that.
yeah.
Lovely.
So I think that is what it is. And by the way, who was your crush before Pankaj happened to you?
In terms of dancers,
No, no.
ah,
Anybody you had a crush upon.
no, I wouldn't like to ruin my relationship, Alaknanda.
Pankaj
Not
was
anymore. We've had
not
enough
a
fights, so let's not get there. I mean,
good.
well, there are so many crashes that you crash when you ultimately take a decision. So let's crash them and let's move on.
Absolutely. Wishing you
Yeah.
all love and all
Thank you.
dreams and all happiness. And that smile should always be on your face, and that sexy, hair that falls on your shoulder, and the way you swirl yourself. Oh, I love it all. And let me finish off with, I should have been a man, and
Mom,
Pankaj wouldn't be jealous of me. And I could, give you compliments on compliments and compliments, but I would say you are definitely a very strong and a courageous woman with a lot of
thank
dignity and
you.
grace. And that's what Sangeeta says. You're a courageous woman, Sangeeta ji.
Thank you, Sanjukta.
Love you.
Thank you. Love you
लाल
too. And
चढ़ी मैदान खड़ी क्या खूब लड़ी क्या खूब लड़ी love you.
thank you so much. And thank you for inviting me. I mean, it feels refreshing to be able to talk to someone because, as I said, most of them ran away like this. So it feels really refreshing to be talking to someone. Like otherwise, I'm always busy in my class and morning to night I have the same schedule. So it was a very refreshing change for me as well. Thank you, and also thank you
Thank
for whoever joined. I mean,
you.
thank you so
Yes.
much for this. I
And
really feel honored.
as I always say, whoever has joined right now online and whoever is going to watch it after behind our backs, you you can't love us, you can't hate us, but you definitely can't ignore us. That's because oops, I said it again. Love you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Bye
Bye.
bye. See you next Sunday with another lover boy. Yes, it's going to be a boy. So I revealed it. तो सोचते रहिए कि अगले संडे 7 बजे 7 बजे 7 बजे कौन होने वाला है इस शो पे उप्स पे जो अपने दिल खोल के आपके सामने रखने वाला है. तो लेट्स मीट नेक्स्ट संडे 13th 14 तारीख से एक दिन पहले. सो कीप ड्रीमिंग 7 बजे. Oops, I said it. Bye.